For those that are new to following me and that's going to see this video later on, my name is Irene. I am a cancer thriver, and I just came on this live to kind of talk about why most Caribbean people that get cancer or are struggling to through any health conditions don't say anything. There's several reasons, but I'm going to go through a few reasons why I believe a lot of people don't talk about it when they are going through any type of health challenges. I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, non-Hodgkin lymphoma in 2013, so over 12 years ago. And I actually today I made an appointment with my oncologist because I haven't went to one of my yearly appointments. Guys, don't look at me crazy, but I'm on remission since then. But usually you're supposed to go every year, just to get checked up and just to get your labs done and things like that. And I haven't been since 2022. Yeah, it's been a minute, but I did make my appointment today. So I have that scheduled. But I remember when I first was diagnosed, and there were several reasons I didn't want people to know. Being Haitian from a Caribbean background, we always feel as though we're very strong women, very independent women, women that can get through anything and no one needs to know our business. You know, in the Caribbean household, especially in the Haitian household, everything is hush hush. We handle our business behind closed doors. People that's not part of the family don't need to know what's going on. So that's the mentality I went in. And I was telling my sister how I'm just going to battle with this and not tell anyone. And I remember my sister telling me something that stuck with me, and that had motivated me to start sharing my journey during the time I was going through chemotherapy. And it was, how will people rejoice with you if they don't know your trials? How will they rejoice in your testimony if they don't know your trials? So that is one of the reasons when I got diagnosed with cancer, I decided to start sharing. Thank you for everyone jumping in. And I started telling people, even from a Caribbean background, and I really didn't want to share, but I decided to start sharing my journey while going through cancer with others. Um, the other reason I didn't want to share it is because I didn't, honestly, like when you're from a Caribbean background, you don't want to feel weak and you don't want people to feel sorry for you. So with that being said, like I was like, I'm not trying to feel weak and I'm not trying to have people out here feeling sorry for me. So I'm not going to share this diagnosis with others so they won't be having all these pity parties, because I just couldn't stand that. But I still decided to share it, and I still decided to share with people what I was going through. And I thank God I did. And that's the reason I mainly started this channel, is to share with people what I was going through. Even the day I was diagnosed, if you don't know my story, if you don't follow me, hey everyone. If you don't know my story, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer in 2013. And I was actually battling with health conditions for 5 years and being misdiagnosed for 5 years before I got an official diagnosis of what I had. And when my doctor told me, it was over the phone, because I begged him to tell me over the phone while I was at the airport traveling to Chicago for my uncle's funeral that had just passed away with stomach cancer. So I found out about me having cancer while I was traveling to Chicago to go to my uncle's funeral that had just passed away with cancer. So that was a very hard time for me. And I remember being on the plane. I did not tell my mom. I didn't tell my family members when I got to Chicago. I literally kept the whole thing to myself that whole weekend with family at my because I felt like the respect was towards my uncle during that time. And I was still trying to process what's going on and how did I get this diagnosis. So that's the main reason. But there are many reasons people decide not to share what they're going through, or the family decides not to share. But I came here to encourage you. You can't walk through cancer alone. You need support of family, friends, you need support of community, because there are some days that are very dark, very lonely. You're very depressed, and you need people to be there for you, to support you. So if you came from like a Caribbean family and it's like hush hush, um, I would encourage you to use God's wisdom and who to share it with, but share it. Don't go through that journey on your own, because you just really need people during that time. And I thank God for the people God placed in my life during that season. And I'm sorry to hear about your mom, but I thank God that the people He placed in my life during that season, which was like friends, family members. I also had my church community that was very present for me during that season. And my coworkers and different people were there for me, and I was very encouraged. So if you know someone, or if you are going through any health challenges right now, don't go through it alone. Don't fall into that lie that you can just handle this by yourself. Um, Try to tell other people about it as well, so that they can see how they can support you and be there for you while you're going through it. So I just jumped on real quick to share that. And I want to thank all of you that jumped on, that are following my page. Go ahead and like this video if you've seen it, so you can be sent out to more people. I plan to start going live at least twice a week. I want to commit to that, especially in the month of June, to go live at least twice a week. The month of June is the month that I got diagnosed with cancer in 2013. And it is the month that I decided to really focus on encouraging others that's going through that season. Reach out to me. I'm also on Instagram. I'm on TikTok as well. You can find me Rejoice in Your Suffering on both of those platforms. Follow me. And if you have any questions, if I can answer or help in any way, please let me know, and we can connect, or I can connect with a family or friend that you know that is going through this season. Love you guys. Have a blessed night, and thank you for tuning in. Bye. God bless.